No, tak mám zkusit anglicky? Oh, English only. Okay, good morning. Hey, that was pretty good. A už to máte za sebou první pár slov v angličtině. Tak. I'm going to speak in English. Is that okay? No? Yes? Okay. I'm going to tell you some jokes.
Okay.
And that's what you do when I tell jokes. Okay? If you don't understand, that's okay. But just laugh. Good, thank you. We're halfway there. My name is Brett Gray, and I'd like to welcome you to the first International School of Ostrava and the competition Let the Technology Come to You.
Oh, don't worry, it was only some play. Hi everyone, how are you today?
Fine.
I'm a captain of this plane, Jan Stoklassa, and these beautiful ladies are my stewardess, Martina Kalvarová and Simona Havlíková. We have just flown from a beautiful village called Ludgeřovice near Ostrava, where our school is situated. Our school is very beautiful. Many colors, many windows, many beautiful teachers, many people, and there are over 300 people. Welcome on board of the flight 74714. We would appreciate you to follow the crew member instructions.
It's time to take off. Please, sit down, fasten your seatbelts, and switch off your mobile phone.
In case of emergency, there is some special equipment to help you survive. When the oxygen masks pull down in front of you, don't ask why. Under your seat, you can find a life jacket. All you need to do is put it on.
Thank you, ladies. And now let's speak about flying. Enjoy your flight. The first attempts of flying objects were constructed in ancient China. They tried to make feather wings and fix them. But we all know we are not birds. We can't move with our hands as fast as the birds, and the results were catastrophic. Many people died. And do you know who is author of this picture? Of course, Leonardo da Vinci, someone tell it. But he was a genius. He wasn't only painter or sculptor, but as well inventor. He wrote many real sketches of flying objects, but they have never been constructed. In the pictures you can see his sketches and his picture. Many years later, in 1903, two brothers Wrights constructed the first plane named Flyer. It was a great invention, but that plane was too slow and flew a short distance. They, plane and two brothers. Big advancements started during World Wars. Many bombardiers, fighters, transporters were used in usually battles. But there were also people called kamikaze who sacrificed themselves for their country in Second World War. And nowadays we use big cargo planes, big transports, big and small personal planes, speedy fighters, helicopters, balloons, and so on in daily use. And the biggest airplanes today are the Russian Antonov 255 and Airbus in the pictures. But airplanes are also used for terrorist reasons. In 2001 they used airplanes to attack the World Trade Center, which was the big tragedy for all the world. But we want more and more. We try to go further. We try to enter space. There were two men who were trying to construct the first space rocket. The first constructor was Russian scientist Sergei Korolev, who built Sputnik 1, and the second constructor was German scientist Werner von Braun, who later worked for the American NASA. And now let's speak about space. My friend Martina has just arrived from our mission on the moon. Welcome, Martina.
Hi, Martina, and I'm here to tell you about space. But first, look at this photo. It's from the mission on the moon. There are my friends, my teacher, and I'm here in the middle. And there is some astronaut, Neil Armstrong, yes, my friends too. The world of science is developing very quickly. Every day brings us some new experiment, new research. What about space? In my opinion, without the Cold War between Soviet Union and USA, there wouldn't be such a great development in space research. Without the animal, we wouldn't enter to space. It was first dog and first animal in space. He was from the street of Moscow and he was prepared for traveling in Sputnik 2. He has never returned, but he became a hero dog for Soviet Union. America had Monkey Ham. It was very clever chimpanzee. He survived and after he left in zoo. And now about first people in space. First man in space was Yuri Gagarin, who flew in Vostok 1 in 1961. The first woman astronaut was Valentina Tereshkova in Vostok 6 in 1963 in her 26 years. The Vostok 6 flew around the Earth 48 times of 3 days. And now speak about a very important mission. The object of this trip was to carry people to the moon. On board there were Edwin Aldrin, Michael Collins and Neil Armstrong. It was a historical day for all the world. After 4 days, they landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong was first man who touched the moon, and he said the memorable sentence, "That's one small step for man, but giant leap for mankind." The astronauts erected an American flag and took 22 kilograms of rock samples. They landed in Pacific Ocean. Now it's February. We all should remember this big tragedy which happened 8 years ago in February 2003. What happened? Heat isolation was damaged. On board there were 5 astronauts. All died and we will never forget. And now jump to 2061, the future. Have you got any idea about life in 50 years? Do you think we are alone in space? No, we aren't.
I'm sorry. I am from a planet called Dantooine. It's a small planet far, far away. There is about 1 million people. But I am here to tell you about traveling in 50 years. Do you think we travel by cars or trains, or do we fly in helicopters or space shuttles? Of course not. It's dangerous. We use a teleportation. Now, I try to explain you how it works. Anybody who wants to travel by teleportation must use a bracelet with special button. As you can see in the picture, bracelet and the button. You just push the button and say the place. Teleportation is a process when your body is divided into small elements. We invented this 12 years ago. With these, we can travel anywhere. You can't travel without travel box. It's a modern design, genial machine. Do you want to buy this? Nobody? Okay, thanks to this machine, there aren't traffic jams, accidents and crashes. So, it's all about teleportation. Now, I want to tell you about trip to moon and holiday in space. You can buy any place on the moon. You can buy as birthday present for your friends or family, or just for yourself. Free cruise costs about 5,500 Czech crowns. You can buy holiday in space too. Holiday in space and 4 months of special training cost 18 billion. So I think it is expensive. You should save money. And you can fly to space only when are you 18 years old. On the Earth are only 2 places when you can fly to space. First, it's in Russia, and the other one in Nevada. Oh, sorry, but I have to go, so... Miami Beach.
Thanks for your attention, and I hope you enjoy our airlines.
Okay, so thank you very much. They finished with 15 seconds left, so good job. You filled up your 11 minutes. Judges, I'd like to ask for 1 or 2 questions. Maybe I'll start with the one who said he's most interested about airplanes and flying and rockets so he can get back to Australia quickly. Mr. Corkill, would you have a question?
Well, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was very good with the costumes and the drama involved. So it wasn't everything about the screen, there was also some drama involved, and I like that. So, well done.
May I also ask, I was fascinated too. One piece of information interested me about those kamikazes. Can you tell me more about them?
That was a flyer who... Oh, that was a flyer who flew to someone as the shape or another plane, and he sacrificed himself.
Ah, thank you.
Would you like to be a kamikaze?
No, never.
You don't feel like a kamikaze here on the stage?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Yes, Misha?
I wanted to ask you, what was the part that you liked the most researching? Like, what was the subject that you liked the most from your presentation? Was it the space, or the planes itself, or the history? What most interested you?
Oh, the most interest was history, I think.
Okay. Mr. Petrus isn't going to let you run away, so one last question.
I got impressed in your friendship with Neil Armstrong. How is he these days? Neil Armstrong, how is he in the earth?
It's my friend.
It's good friend.
Okay, good, thank you.
Great, thank you very much everybody. Základní škola Ludgeřovice. Good job guys.